and welcome back to A Safe Place. If you're new here, my name is Mariah, and I'm so glad that you're here. Today we are going to talk about what I've been doing over Lent and why I haven't been here. Not really. I have been posting, just not anywhere close to what I was posting before, but I kind of already knew that, and I tried to preface it in previous videos. I kind of knew I was definitely going to be stepping away from doing how much I was doing when I first started, because that was an act of obedience. It wasn't necessarily something that I felt that the Lord was really calling me to continue to try and sustain. Granted, the Lord sustains me, so here we are. But before we get into everything that I've been up to, let's read the Word of God. We're in Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 through 11, and we're going to be looking at the temptation of Jesus, just to keep everything within the spirit of Lent, and also keep everything about the living and active Word of God, because that is why I am here. Okay, so then Jesus was led up by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. And after fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. And the tempter came and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, command these stones to become loaves of bread." But he answered, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the mouth of God." Then the devil took him to the holy city and set him on the pinnacle of the temple and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down, for it is written, he will command his angels concerning you, and on their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone." Jesus said to him, "Again it is written, you shall not put the Lord your God to the test." Again the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. And he said to him, "All these I will give you, if you will fall down and worship me." Then Jesus said to him, "Begone, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve." Then the devil left him, and behold, angels came and were ministering to him. You could depict that for days, but the coolest thing to me is the fact that that happened right before Jesus began his ministry. And so often we go through turmoil right before we walk in obedience. And I think it's just something to really be reminded of, because you could get lost in the temptation and you can let it discourage you, and you can let the enemy try and beat you down and convince you that you're not worthy, that what you're about to do isn't worth it, that what you're about to do isn't going to make an impact. And that could not be any more untrue, because at the end of the day, if it impacts one soul, it was worth it. And even if it doesn't, I mean, as long as it's glorifying God, it's worth it, right? Okay, well, that being said, what I have been up to. So my church has been on a digital fast, and it actually just ended this past Sunday. So I've been lightly participating in that. I went off of Instagram for that, for like the season of Lent, and social media in general. So I've been trying to like lay back on all of that. I was on YouTube because I wanted to keep this up, and I was really intrigued by the season of Lent, as you guys know, and I didn't know what it was, and I was really excited about getting into it and researching it and kind of bringing you guys along for that. It looked a lot different in my head than how it ended up going, and that's because I really felt from the Lord that he was like, hey, if you're gonna really fast social media, this is probably gonna be one of those things that you have to lay back on. So I've been off of socials, and that just makes it more difficult for me to get on and communicate with you guys. So I have not been doing that. So that's why I've been kind of MIA. But I felt like the Lord was calling me to that, and I'm glad that I will be able to like kind of step back in, but I will still be off of Instagram until the end of Lent. And on here, we'll see how it goes. You know, if I don't feel called to post that much, then I will not be posting that much. And I hope that you guys just understand. Yeah, so during this time, I've been doing a lot of things, and I'm really excited to share them with you. But I think I'm gonna do like a little vlog kind of situation maybe, just to sum up this whole season, because I've been videoing throughout. I haven't done something like that in a really long time in terms of just documenting my life. I was off of social media for a long time, actually prior to really encountering Jesus, and then came back on and have since gone off and then come back on again. And yeah, so I'm really excited to like get back into a creative realm. I love creating, and I think that it's so much fun, and I've had a lot of fun with it and with this. So I'm excited to do something along those lines. I have no idea when that's going to come up. I would love to say that I'll be posting it around Easter, but I have no idea, and I don't want to set any kind of time parameter around it because my time is not mine, it is the Lord's. So whatever he allows me to do, and prayerfully my obedience will align, which is always tricky. During this season, I've also been reading a couple things. I read a lot. I am an avid reader. I love to read. If you guys would like any videos about books that I like to read, or have read, or any Christian content in terms of literature, I'd love to share that kind of stuff. I just don't want to share if no one wants to hear it. But one of the books that I'm reading is Reflections on the Psalms by C.S. Lewis. This is one I have not read yet, of his, which is shocking because I have read just about anything and everything that he has written, I feel like. That's definitely an overstatement, but I read so much of him. I have reread so much of him. Yes, huge fan. So I've been reading through this, very slowly, honestly, but I'm about to pick up here in the next few days, probably. And then I've been rereading Gentle and Lowly by Dane Ortlund, and I could not recommend this book enough. This book was recommended to me right as I was going through my renewing of the mind, and really, I don't know, I say like getting to know Jesus and like that, him saving me the last time he saved me. But yeah, it was recommended to me in that season, and it couldn't have been more poignant at the time. And yeah, I will just forever recommend this to anyone. It's on the heart of Christ for sinners and sufferers. And if you are going through a hard time, or you feel like you're going through the ringer, this is an incredible way to get to know the heart of Jesus and who he is, who he says he is, who he will always be. And, you know, just how far his love goes for us. And I think that that's sometimes so hard to capture when we're reading the Bible through a very like selfish lens, because we're human, and you know, we read to relate a lot of the times. And he just does a really great job of reaching a broken heart. And yeah, so I highly recommend this. This is what I'm reading currently as well. I'm also reading through a couple of different plans for potential Thursday group options after we finish going through 1 Corinthians. If you are local to Nashville, we meet every single Thursday around 7 p.m.-ish. And it's just like a come, stay, don't stay. There's always snacks. It's a good time and a great group of women. It is all female, so it's not co-ed, so sorry. But yes, and we've currently been going through 1 Corinthians. We will be in chapters 10 through 11 or 12, no, somewhere around there this week. But yeah, and then what else have I been doing? I got a new planner. It's a Christian planner. I love it. It's by Living in Light Co., I believe. Yes, Living in Light Co. It's incredible. It's a Christian planner, but it's also super cool because you write in your own dates. So it's kind of one of those where you can buy it and you can start wherever and then finish it through a full year. And I actually I'm cheating. So I use these for everything. You'll see them throughout my Bible. But I got transparent sticky notes that happen to be the size of these pages. And that's what I'm writing on so that I can just rip and go again next year. But I love it. It's super cool. It has space for your monthly finances, for meeting notes, for sermon notes, for Bible study notes, places for prayer requests, places for other notes. You've got the full armor of God in there, like just super cute. It's super pretty. I'm all about an aesthetic. And yeah, I've been drinking tons of poppy, which is probably terrible. And I should really cut back. That's why I bought the minis. And then I have been planting like real life plants, and repotting ones that I already had. I'm trying to grow like a little garden, on my balcony out here. Maybe I'll definitely show you guys that in the video to come. But yes, and I've been growing flowers, fresh cut flowers. If you know me in real life, I keep fresh cut flowers in the house like at all times. And so it's gonna be so exciting to grow my own. My sister actually owns and runs a micro flower farm in Rice, Virginia. So if you're local to Southern Virginia, you should check her out. She's super great. She's so sweet. She's so funny and goofy, and she's a great time. You should look her up. I'll link her below. She's gonna die at the fact that I said that. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to, a little bit of what I've been up to other than work. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back on a schedule, hopefully. But I've been saying that for so long now that I'm like, you know what? It's just nice to see you guys, and I I hope that you stick around. But I'd love to hear what you guys have been up to. So please comment below with whatever you're doing for your season of Lent, however you are fasting. I did fast food for the better part of Lent. But we can talk about that later and what all came from fasting. I would love to do a video on the importance of fasting. We'll see when that comes about. But yeah, I hope you guys are having the best week. I hope you have the absolute best day, and I will see you back here next time for Hebrews. And I believe we'll be in chapter 7 or 8 by then. Bye.